the defense of others, never to attack or force my will upon my fellow man. Instead, I seek the will of the Lord for all people, regardless of religion, color, or creed. I humbly commit my life as a warrior for the glory of the Lord, who has called me to his purpose and salvation through faith and grace alone. Welcome back to Iron Lotus Martial Arts and the Christian Karate Club. Today is going to be your online virtual class for, what's the technique? Stranglehold off our purple belt chart. A lot of people have requested Stranglehold to get a little bit of a more in-depth review on it, so we're going to do that for you guys today. And we'll go ahead and drop that into the purple belt charts as well so you can see an updated version of the video. So without further ado, we're going to open up class. Feet together. Sir. Begin all things with prayer. Weapon, shield. Karate is for self-defense and the defense of others, never to attack or force my will upon my fellow man. Instead, I seek the will of the Lord for all people, regardless of religion, color, or creed. I humbly commit my life as a warrior for the glory of the Lord, who has called me to his purpose and salvation through faith and grace alone. Awesome. Up and running. Just going to get some of that blood flowing a little bit. And jump in here and grab some push-ups right here. One push-up, one sit-up. Go. 2 and 2, go. Three and 3, go. Feet together. 5 air squats, step out to the right. And down and hold. A little over to the left. Back over to the right. Back to the center. Up. That's 1. Down. Hold. Try to keep those knees over your toes and those toes pointed straight forward, almost like you're doing square horse. Just sink down real deep with it. And up. 2. Down. Up, down, up, down, up, and 5. Feet together. Okay. Fighting horse, right side back. Ready, move. We're going to go through some of our basics. We're going to start with that lead hand jab. Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Remember, when you're throwing these lead hand jabs out, you want to go fast and bring it back even faster. Okay? Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Okay. Straight ram's head punch coming off that right hand as we've got that right foot back. Okay. And we're just going to go straight to center line, sink down into a nice soft bow stance, and make sure you're pivoting the hip. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch. 1, 2 combo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch. Snap kick, front foot. Ready? 1. Make sure you bring that to a nice high chamber. Okay? Fire your snap kick and set it right back down. Remember, we like to try to have just a bit of a delay up here at the top because we don't know if we need to fire that into a secondary weapon of some kind. Okay? Snap kicks, front foot. Ready? 1. Make sure you're hitting that stance right back down to fighting horse. It's good to be firing from cat stance, but we want to be able to transition those stances on the fly. Okay? So wherever you pick that weapon up from, we're going to go ahead and put it right back from where you got it from. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. All right, you guys feeling warm? All right. Again, for you guys watching online, this is an abbreviated version of our classes, so we're kind of moving through not all of the basics every single time, but we're going to get a little bit of upper body, a little bit of lower body. Next week, you might see us do the elbows. Just kind of depends on what we get, because we want to try to make these abbreviated so you can follow along. Okay, now would be a time to grab some water if you want to grab some water. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to strangle hold. Okay, so the way strangle hold works is you're going to have an opponent that's going to be reaching from behind into what we call the rear naked choke. That's where they're bringing this all the way across and right here. So common misconception is that it's an airway choke, right? But it's actually a blood choke, right? Because what we're doing with this choke is we are stopping the blood from flowing to the head. So that's why I'm going to be pulling it in nice and tight, okay, and combing the back of his head. And as soon as he starts really feeling like he's going to pass out, he should tap. All right, so that's what we're going to be trying to escape from. So for whatever reason, somebody from behind has put you into this hold, we're going to go ahead and talk about how to escape from this. So the first step with this, why don't you go ahead and grab me, okay? We're going to go the other side. It doesn't matter which way you do it. The reality is I want you guys to be able to do this on both sides. It's written from the right side to the left so that we can make this work. Now, from his right, this is his right arm coming across, this is my right arm, okay? I'm going to pull down on his wrist. I'm going to get in here and lock on this wrist. I'm going to tuck my chin, okay? You can tuck it into the elbow if you want, okay? But really, right here on this radial nerve is good because it's going to open the airway. At the same time, it's going to keep his elbow right here from pinching both of the arteries there. So I'm going to start pulling down, tuck my chin into that radial nerve. Does that feel good? Okay, he says it doesn't feel good. Now I'm going to take my left hand and go over the top of my right. Now this is a really important step with this. Okay, the reason that's a really important step is because this is going to be my free hand for when I elbow. Okay, from here I'm going to take a big step out to the right, and I'm going to sink my body weight at the same time I pull and elbow. Now a lot of people will instantly say, "Oh, Xion, that's never going to work. You can't just manhandle." You're right. That's what the elbow is for, okay? So when we're getting into this, you need to start giving your opponent something else to think about other than choking you. That's the only way that you're going to get this release to work. So one more time. He's going to sink that in nice and deep. Okay, yep. So he's got it pretty deep. I'm going to reach up, pull down just a little bit, pull down just a little bit. And you kind of hear I cleared my airway. I'm going to drive my chin in, okay? Take a big step out to the right. As soon as I sink my body weight, boom! That elbow's going straight here into his solar plexus. That's what releases this. I still have a hold of his wrist right here, so this is really important. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take a step through, under, and I'm going to turn this into a wrist lock. So one more time. Grab, step out to the right, boom, elbow, pull down. I'm going to keep this. I typically go for a thumbless grip. It's better to do a thumb grip, okay, but typically I'm thumbless. Not sure why. It's just where it goes. Okay. After this, I need to protect my head here in case he's trying to reach back through. I'm going to step through. I'm going to grab this wrist. I can start pulling up and putting pressure into his elbow as I transition this. Now I've got a wrist hold. If I wanted to step in with my left foot, okay, go back to your wide stance there. If I want to step in with my left foot, I can get even more control as I push him forward. Okay, so those are your bonus options right here. This is where we should be ending with strangle hold. So all together, one more time, okay? Somebody's got you from that right side. Coming across, I'm going to grab, start pulling, grab, start pulling. Tuck my chin into his radial nerves, take a big step out. At the same time I land that, sinking my body weight, I'm going to blast this elbow all the way back, kind of like that integrity block from block set 1. I'm going to pull this really close, maintain positive control. Protect my face as I step through, grab, okay, and step back with that left foot as I turn this into a wrist lock, okay? I'm going to have you guys give it a shot, all right? Let's see what we can see with this. Okay, coming across on that right side, good. Okay, now which hand's on top? There you go. So you want your left hand to be on top in this situation because that's going to be your free hand, okay? Go ahead and step wide and hit it. Right there. Steps through. He still has positive control. Now you can step back, Okay, depending on what he's given you here, you can step back and check that knee with your knee, and you still have positive control here. Make sure you're turning this wrist, so you'll have to move that hand up on that wrist so you can get a really nice, I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera very well. You want to turn this wrist up, right? So originally he had it down. He still has control, right? But if you turn the wrist up, it creates even more control. Am I right? Okay, all right, switch sides. Okay, here, got the breakthrough, turns that wrist up, okay, and you can step forward, you can step behind, whichever way you want that to go. Good, okay, switch sides again. Good. Good. Nice, nice on your takedown there. Okay, switch sides again. Now, while they're working on that, it's important to note, again, that this is not the end-all, be-all of every rear naked choke situation. It is a technique to run. There you go. Try to get that takedown in there. Right? It's a technique to run. It's not always going to be exactly what you think it's going to be. It's just a tool for your toolkit. Is it the best tool out there? Sure, maybe. Is it the worst tool out there? Sure, maybe. It may not be the best, it may not be the worst, but it's a tool, and if you train it long enough, train it hard enough, train it fast enough, it can be effective, just like any other technique, right? Are my punches going to be effective if I don't train them? Well, yeah, sure, I can throw a punch, but if I don't do it right, I'm going to break my hand. Is that an effective punch if I'm in a self-defense situation? Not really, right? So somebody grab me again. We're going to talk through it one more time. Okay, we got Evan now. All right, so he's going to dig in there pretty deep. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get my left and right. Okay, my right's going to be on the bottom. My left is going to be on top. I'm going to dig these in here, tuck my chin. Okay, from here, I'm putting some resistance in. Let's take a big step out. Right there, and that elbow is what causes him to release. I can rise back up, protect my face. I'm going to grip this wrist, circle through, press down, and start taking him down. Okay, there's your point of contact, point of control, and then point of evasion. We can snap this and then keep moving. Okay, all very good options. All very good options. All right, so that should be it for today's virtual class. Hope you guys got some good meat out of this thing. I know it was kind of a down and dirty version of a class, but the reality is we're here for you guys. Drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll try to reply back to you. Have a blessed day. Let's close up class. Feet together. End all things with prayer. Weapon, shield, His glory.